I'm Lo Greco. If there's two things I love doing most, it's eating and boxing. Join me as I travel the world talking to world-class boxers, promoters, and trainers, and what's it like to be at the top of their game. Viva Las Vegas Part 2. I'm here with former, not one-time, but two-time world champion, my brother from a Mexican mother, Jessie Vargas. Let's go inside and chop it up. Las Aslitas.
First of all, you have to understand that the Mexican culture has played a major impact here in the United States. You know what I mean? If it's not Italian food, it's Mexican food. You know what I mean? Or if it's not Mexican food, it's Italian food.
Oh yeah, now we know Jesse over like 5 years or he's a regular. This guy can walk in the kitchen, he can prepare himself whatever he likes. We know him here. He's a regular, a very humble guy.
You know, it's just the music, the tradition, the people, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's classic.
Now I would like to welcome a special guest, none other than Jessie Vargas' father, Mr. Jose Vargas. Mr. Jose, when your son became a world champion for the first time, what was it feeling like?
Very happy and proud of him, what he do. And he had the goal to be a champion, and he did, so it was amazing. So,
And then he did it again for a second time in another weight class.
yeah.
So that must have, I mean, you must be extremely proud of him.
Yeah, all the family are very happy. It's no words. I knew when he started boxing, 8 years old, and all the time when I went to the gym, most of the training say, your son's gonna be a champion one day. Remember that. And just keep it telling
Keep
him,
going,
tell him, and hey, he's gonna be a champion. And you know, and he did, you know, and he's very confident. He's very positive. He wants to be a champion.
Why did you represent Mexico and not the United States?
I was fighting for the United States, and I wasn't liking the decision that they were giving. I didn't like the lopsided fights that they would give in the score when it comes to the scoring, when in fact they weren't that way. And I said, okay, I'm gonna prove them wrong. And there were some fights that I just didn't feel that I lost.
You didn't get the decision
Favoritism,
where you
man.
actually,
It
of course,
sucks.
the AIBA is the most corrupt sport system that there is in the world,
There's a lot
probably.
of favoritism in this sport. Sometimes when they have a certain guy they want to win, they'll have him winning. And I came back. I made the Mexican team with I was very proud to do so. And you know, I beat the guy from the U.S. when I made the Mexican team.
Right.
I fought the guy from the U.S. Didn't have a
You
problem
kicked
with
his
it.
ass.
Didn't have a problem.
Wow.
And you know, unfortunately I didn't go to the Olympics, but you know, we had a good run and we gained a lot of experience, and I was able to defeat the guy from the U.S. So I think that we are proud also to be you in your case Canadian Italian, and
course.
in my case Mexican American.
Right.
You know, we're proud of our roots, where we came from, where my family came from, and so when I was in Mexico, I was representing it with a lot of honor.
Do you go back often to see your village in Acapulco, where you guys from?
I mean, I do go back to the city in Acapulco from time to time.
We promote ourselves outside the ring. Why do you think that is, that other fighters are not doing that?
You know what? I think that we're all so focused on just becoming world champion and only focus on that. And you know, the blueprint from the not the most recent years, because now you have Floyd Mayweather that promotes himself. You know, but before that, you had you know, guys like Holyfield. You know, who was Lennox Lewis. I mean, fighters that just would promote themselves by fight. They were extraordinary fighters. You know, unique and talented and known on a worldwide stage, but would only be known for their boxing skills.
Right.
You know, and they would just basically just rely on that. I think that we as boxers have failed to inform ourselves on what else we can do to not only generate income, but to keep your exposure out there. You know, keep yourself out there for the fans, because the fans want to get to know you. The fans want to get to see you. You know, they want to mingle and hang out with the former champion or a champion. But it could be ego sometimes. You know, sometimes some fighters say we don't have time for it. we don't want to do it. I prefer to hang out with this girlfriend, or I prefer to go out. Others because they don't have that knowledge. You know, people really want to get to know them. People look up to them, admire them. Other situations could be because they're so focused on fighting again, on their next fight, and they're waiting for it. And the promoter will always tell you, you're probably fighting 2 months, and then 2 months becomes 4, and then 4 months becomes 6. You know, so they're just on the waiting game. You know, when you think you got to focus on training, you actually shouldn't, because there's not a fight. Promoters have gotten better through the years. Right. You know what I mean? Before you used to have promoters like Don King, and Top Rank has always been a top promoter. They definitely know what they're doing. They have a blueprint to try to follow. You have new promoters such as Mayweather Promotions, that
Al Heyman,
his investment,
you know, the management of Al Heyman and Sam Watson, they've done unbelievable job for the sport of boxing. I think
their investment is to
they pay their fighters. That's no secret, guys. They pay their fighters. I mean, a lot of promoters, they don't pay their fighters, but they might maybe promote them a little bit better than others, but the fighters don't get compensated as much as they should be. And then the next thing you know, you pay this guy, you pay that guy, you pay the other guy, you pay the guy that's tying your shoes. You're left with nothing on after you get your purse.
Well, I mean, then again, why do you have someone tying your shoes when you have 2 hands? You know, so to those fighters out there,
exactly.
You know, they really gotta know what people they need on their side. And I mean, there's plenty of promoters out there that will look out for you. Like I was going to, Mayweather Promotions is one of the promoters that always likes to prove that they look out for their fighters, because he was once a fighter and still is. You know, so he tries to get them paid well. And you know, Mayweather Promotions seems to be a large group of people working together with some of the names that you just involved.
No matter where you are in Vegas, you will always run into some good old friends to share a good laugh with. Thanks, Jesse. So a couple weeks back, my boy Bishop from KOTD and I compared battle rappers to boxers. Today, I decided to meet the Earl Spence of battle rap himself, Dizaster, and see for myself what's it really like to be in his ring.
Bitch! Hip-hop has been for minorities. It's never been for you geeky asses. Matter of fact, what are these, your little fucking reading glasses you need for your English classes? Man, give me that shit. Man, I'll stomp these into pieces and fragments, and now you can keep them. He can have this. Now you get to complete your dream of being this genius math whiz, because everything you see is in fractions.
Talk to me, Diz. How long do you take to get ready for a battle?
Well, it depends. Like, sometimes you have weeks or a month in advance, and sometimes, you know, with people like me, I'll jump in 2-3 days before actual battle.
2-3 days? That's like when I got called to fight Spence in 2-3 day notice, and I had to lose like 16 pounds to get the fight and get ready for this big battle.
Yeah, that's how it is. You have, honestly, certain people, like, you have to be good enough as a fighter or a battler and conditioned to be ready all the time, so you don't have to get ready. And that's kind of, we might have that, but not all the fighters and the battlers have that, where they can jump in like that. And that takes a certain different level of just, you know, greatness.
So you gotta stay ready 24/7.
Stay ready, so you don't gotta get ready, man. You know how it is, man.
Then let's get to these knife bars.
I want you to break me down. A jab, a hook, a power shot, a knockout.
So I guess what we would consider the jab is, since you're using it as your lead, would be your setup line. So I was talking about knife bars, and I was like, with the long blade, I'm like Zelda. I'm a legend and an expert. So right there, that's a jab. With the long blade, I'm like Zelda. I'm a legend and an expert.
Long blade, I'm like Zelda. I'm a legend and an expert. I'll fruit ninja watermelon your head and leave red on your sweatshirt.
Now I'm still jabbing. It's like, boom, leave red on your sweatshirt. I'll poke you and make the side of your neck squirt. That's a hook. Like, it's just a little bit stronger. You get what I'm saying? I'm ambidextrous with the chef work. I'm back with the jab. And I was like, I'll hit you with the right swipe, then the left connector. Again, jab. Then I'll come back and open up your neck like a fucking Pez dispenser, and that's the haymaker uppercut.
You want these knife bars?
That's where, like, the Pez dispenser part, you know how a Pez dispenser looks when you open the neck up? Like, I'm talking about slicing someone's neck like that.
That's where, like, disasters happens.
It's a big part of the fight. The fight is before the fight, in the fight, and after it continues. So the before part is huge. It's just as big as the battle itself. Yeah, it's just as big as the battle itself. You can win a battle before you go into it by mentally tricking your opponent to thinking a certain thing's gonna happen.
Mike Tyson once said, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Here it is!
I did get banned. I got banned for a fucking full year. I had to go start my own shit so I could be able to continue rapping. So it'd be like getting banned from you know, definitely don't think it's acceptable. I don't encourage anybody to do it because honestly, a lot of people saw like the notoriety I got from it and they think that it's all like cool, but it's not.
Viva Las Vegas, baby. No matter which age group you come from, this city will continue making dreams come true. Until next time, Vegas, arrivederci. Peace!
This sugar rush has got me blind. Make me feel like I gotta tell her what's on my mind.